I'd like to discuss the new tool I've invented called a 2-in-1 Forma bait and hook remover. The Forma bait tool allows you to make different sizes of bait. Has a hole at either end of the tool that you can make several different sizes on either end of the bait, and for different sizes of hooks. This is the tool, the small hole on one end, a large hole on the other end. It also has a notch at either end of the tool for unhooking a fish that's ingested the hook, which saves you time and energy of tying new hooks when the leader breaks or tearing your fingers up on the fish, and it works rather well. So I would like to show you a variety of hooks here. I have 4 hooks that I'd like to show you. Some people like small hooks. I have a small hook, and I have a medium egg hook. I have a fairly small worm hook and a slightly large worm hook. And I'd like to show you, have a variety of sticky baits here and paste. I'd like to show you how to form your baits. So I'm going to start off with the cheese bait here and the large hole on cheese bait. You take the flat side of the tool. So when I do this forming the bait, it allows me to keep my hands clean and keep the scent of the bait off my hands. And I also have a nice chunk of bait here that I formed with my tool that I can put the hook in. I don't even have to touch it, although this bait I'm using is a cheese bait, and I can actually eat this if I wanted to. And there we have a baited hook that any lunker would love to get his jaws on. So that's the large size side of the tool. And just to show you that I think it's really a great tool, you can make various sizes with the large hole as well. You got a small piece of bait there with it, and you don't have to worry too much about messes with cheese other than the smell. And I think we've all had smelled cheese before and know how that goes. But you can take the tool. This is for a small, medium-sized hook, and we're ready to go again there. And now we have a small hook, which I probably use the smaller end of the tool, and I'm not worried about getting messy with this because it makes such a nice hunk. I can make a cheese ball and actually eat it. Good cheese. But in case you're making small baits, as you can see how that was a rather large piece I made there, but we can make smaller ones. We can vary the sizes from either size. You can make it like a worm, or you can do whatever you want to do with it because it's real handy. And we'll make this, I didn't get in there too good. But with cheese you can kind of mold it around it and not really get too messy with cheese, and you can always clean your fingers off. This Forma bait tool, you can keep your hands clean, and as I told you before, you can save bait and keep messes off your clothes. You don't have to really touch the bait if you don't want to. You can just form a bait with your tool and insert the hook into it like that, and you're ready to go. And if you know, so I'm going to clean this up and make some other baits with different pastes and go. Okay, I'm going to show you how to form some other baits with your Forma bait tool, and do it kind of quickly. There's one, there's 2. You can use either end of the tool, the small end for making small baits, and then you get these little pellets like rabbit pellets, or you can make them round as you want if you choose to. Or you can make them worm-like, long and slender, like a worm bait, if you want to. Just scrape the excess off, and you're ready to go. Or you can actually take the large end of the tool here, which all the cleanup requires is just a little swipe like this, and you're good to go. You can turn your tool around and make a larger bait, just like that. And you can actually, if you don't want to touch it, you can just take your hook and put it into the bait. Looks like I need a little practice here.
Easy enough. So the benefits here is definitely keeping your hands clean. There's a lot of times you're using this paste and sticky baits where you have to roll it in your hand, and that's not appealing at all.
My hands are clean.
You get that all over your rod,
And
the
actually,
reel.
actually the bait that you form is preformed. It packs it so nice that you can actually pick it up with your hands and not really get all slimed up because it's
Right.
compacted it. So you got a real nice bait, and I don't have anything on my hands. So it allows you to pull just the right amount of bait out for the size hook you want, and then you can do it faster. Like if I want to make several baits quickly, I can just knock them off. You know, small bait, large baits, various sizes and shapes. Scrape the excess off, and you got a bait. Or if you want to get real particular about it, we'll make a couple big baits here. You can make a nice round bait. All you have to do, you might want to touch it a little bit, just do that, and you have a bait that's fit for a big fish. Nice round bait that anybody, ooh. I want to press on you how fast you can make a bait, and you can save time, and get baits ready to go. And you're going to save time. Just keep your hands clean. You can make just the right amount for all types and sizes of fish hooks. Preform some baits. If you want to pick them up and handle them, they've been preformed where they're not, you don't have to stick your hands in a jar, get all over you. You can tip the hook just like that, and you're ready to go. The bait, and you got your various sizes. A lot of people like this bait can be preformed if you want to, and you can handle it after you've once formed your bait with this tool, because it is so efficient. It compacts it to where you don't get hardly anything on yourself, and it keeps your scent of the bait off of you, and it keeps your scent off of the bait for the fish to find your bait. On your Forma bait tool, you have an end. At either end, it has a notch in it for unhooking your fish. And when he gets a hook in his stomach, you just follow the leader down his stomach, pinch it, then you push in towards the tail and pop your hook out. And it has one of these fish hook removers at either end of the tool. It's really handy for removing the hook out of your fish. That's why it's called a 2-in-1 Forma bait and hook remover. So I think we've covered pretty much all the features it has to offer, other than it's fun to use, keeps you clean, gives you more time to fish, and makes less messes. So it pays for itself in the long run to have one, and the time saving and messes and the fun you can have with your Forma bait tool. Now, once it is the 2-in-1 Forma bait and hook remover, I have 5 actual instruction drawings that I've made that shows you how to use your tool. In the number 1 picture here, you pull the flat side through the bait and making a ball form. And then you insert the hook in the bait form in number 2. You've made a form from number 1, and you insert the hook in the tool if you don't want to touch it with your hands. And then you scrape off the excess bait, and it makes a ball or a plug. And so then you insert the hook in a bait ball if you wish to do it by hand. Then the fish hook remover is down here. It shows you. You follow a line down the leader to the hook with a notch at either end of the bait tool. You pinch the line to the tool and push in toward the tail of the fish and pop the hook out, as you've seen in the illustration here. And on the other side, it tells you pretty much what we ran over before, showing you how it works. It gives you instructions, tells you the different bait sizes, shapes for just the right amount of bait for your hook. You have cheeses and helps keep the scent off your hooks, and less waste of bait. And you can form a bait that can be used for sticky baits, cured eggs, cheeses, paste, and much more. And it's less cleanup and fun, easy to use, with more time to fish. And then